Arlington has won the Super 8 Massachusetts State Championship.
From the Kozlowski Gymnasium here on the campus of Arlington High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School Boys Varsity Basketball. This afternoon, the Spy Ponders of Arlington High School host the Mustangs of Medford High School. Hello everyone, I'm Don Phelan, joined by Alex Van Thong as our cameraman producer. And this is a matchup of former GBL opponents, whereas the GBL has been reinstated, if you will, after a couple-year absence, and Medford rejoining that. Arlington, of course, in the Middlesex League, but this was a long-standing rival for many years between the Mustangs and the Ponders. Right now we have the introduction of today's starting lineups. For Medford High School, number 0 is Jeremiah Mamuset. Number 4, tri-captain Michael Murphy. Number 11, tri-captain Riley McBride. Number 12, Alex Valera. And number 24, tri-captain Alex Milas. Head coach in his 5th season for the Mustangs is John Skerry. Now they are starting lineup for the Spy Ponders. Freshman, number 30, Marcus Jean-Jacques. Number 24, junior forward Rowan Newton. Junior forward, number 14, Henry Burns. Tri-captain junior guard number 10, Miles Hess, and rounding out the starting 5 for the Spy Ponders, senior forward and tri-captain number 20, Philip Cherry. Head coach of the Spy Ponders in his 1st season is Jack Woods. He is assisted by Mike Palladino, Kevin Lentini, Tyler Sullivan, Joe Granato, and Mark Regan. And now we will have the playing of our national anthem. And entering this afternoon's contest, the Mustangs of Medford High School, visiting team, coming in with an overall record of 3-2. They're 1-1 in the Greater Boston League. And the Spy Ponders, after starting the season with 3 consecutive losses, they've rallied to win their last 2, and they come into tonight's game with a record of 2-3. And they are 1-2 in the Middlesex Liberty. This is a little bit of a mini homestand for the Spy Ponders, where they played a game on Friday against Winchester, this game here this afternoon against Medford, a game at Watertown on Tuesday the 7th, and then 2 more home games for the Ponders after that on the 10th and the 14th. So 4 of the Ponders' recent 5 games will be here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. Today's officials are Dan Murphy and Cliff McLean, and we're getting ready to begin here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium on a rare Sunday afternoon telecast. It'll be Mamuset and Burns to take the tip. Burns for the Ponders. The tip is controlled by the Mustangs. Interesting side note when I get a moment is the tri-captains for Medford all played for Coach Woods at Fidelity House. So Coach Woods has a big working knowledge of 3 of these Medford players for sure. There's a 3-point shot around the rim and out. Those 3 players, the tri-captains, number 4, Michael Murphy, number 11, Riley McBride, and number 24, Alex Milas. Tri-captains for the Mustangs, and Coach Woods go back quite a ways. hoping to be joined later on in the contest by Arlington Athletic Director John Bowler. Now here's Hess for a three. No good. Rebound fought for. Medford comes away with it. Now ahead of the pack is McBride, and McBride lays it in with the left hand. First points of the afternoon belong to Medford and Riley McBride. 2-0 Mustangs just underway here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. This is Philip Cherry with the ball for the Ponders. Miles Hess in the corner. Burns is 14. Newton is 24. And Marcus Jean-Jacques, number 30. There it is. Early shot there made by Rowan Newton, and it's good to see him get off to a good start. Rowan averaging around 14 a game. He was held to 6 points in the game against Winchester. Arlington did win that game, so it was a good night for Rowan to be off a little bit, as the Ponders were still able to win without his normal scoring output. 2-2, minute and a half played, first quarter. Arlington, traditional man-to-man defense. That's what you're going to see a lot of this year under Coach Woods. And you saw a lot of that with Coach Bowler too. Now great Arlington defense causes a shot clock violation committed by the Mustangs. It'll be Arlington ball. I think that's something that a coach loves to see when you get a shot clock violation and your guys played hard for 30 seconds of defense. And let's see if the Ponders can reward themselves with a bucket here down the other end. Newton tried to get it inside. The ball's deflected. Slightly comes to Jean-Jacques, and that basket will not count. They're going to get Marcus Jean-Jacques on an offensive foul. Good call there by Cliff McLean. I think that probably would not be a foul in college or the NBA, because a lot of times you'll see on those courts that little smiley face, if you will, underneath the basket. That does not exist in public high school basketball. So you're allowed to play defense under there, and that was a good defensive play by the Mustang player to take that charge. Now Strong to the basketball is knocked loose and out of bounds, and it would be off McBride and out of bounds. McBride thought he might have been hit on the arm, and that's how he lost it, but the officials saw otherwise, and it will be Arlington ball. 5:32 remaining first quarter, tied at 2. Medford also appears to be in man-to-man defense. This is Philip Cherry with the ball. Rowan Newton to the basket, makes a nice dump pass to Henry Burns, and Henry Burns lays it in. Great pass there. Rowan Newton, as the defense came over to help on him, and he dumped the pass down low, and Burns laid it in 4-2 Ponders. Burns almost had the steal. Now a similar play there, but a nice job there by the Medford player, Mamo Set, to avoid, I believe it was Jean-Jacques, trying to get the position, and no contact, no foul. We're tied at 4. Newton, baseline jump shot is good. And Rowan Newton off to a fine start shooting-wise, and the Ponders lead 6-4. A little trapping defense here by Arlington. Going to the basket strong, no. Philip Cherry came over to challenge that, but they're going to get Philip with the blocking foul. First on Cherry, second on the team. At the line for Medford is number 12, Alex Valera, the junior, for 2. First free throw rattles home. Valera looking to tie it, and he does not. He hits 1 of 2, but unfortunately for Arlington, the rebound took a big carom and went all the way into the corner, and McBride was able to come up with it. And Arlington gets the ball back, leading by 1. Here comes Marcus Jean-Jacques, flips to the left hand, no. Great fight there by Burns. Almost could have been a held ball. They allow play to continue. Now here come the Mustangs the other way. They might have a little bit of a numbers advantage, but instead they throw it away. Ball was not touched. The officials looked at each other to see if there was any deflection of any kind. There was not, and it will be Arlington ball. Halfway through the first quarter, and the Ponders lead it by 1. nice pass there to Philip Cherry. He's going to take that corner three. No. Hess fights for the rebound, but Medford able to come up with it. They push the other way. It's going to result in a three-point shot there. Nice transition offense there by Medford. Hitting the trailer for three. Alex Milas knocks it down, and well done by Medford to take the lead 8-6. That's newfangled basketball. Well, probably not that new anymore, but back in the day, you would never run a fast break and kick it out for an outside shot like that. But with the advent of the three-point shot, that's good offense, and they get the three. Now we're going to have a holding foul committed by Jeremiah Mamoset, his first on the team. Arlington to inbound on the baseline, down by 2. They get it into Burns. Ball was deflected, so no double dribble call there. Now Medford has a player ahead of the pack. It's McBride with the left hand. No, blocked from behind by Newton. Great defensive play by Rowan Newton, preventing the easy basket. I thought Medford had a sure hoop there, but they were denied. Newton's been hitting 2 for 2 so far. 10 on the shot clock for Arlington. Hess is going to take a pull-up three. Difficult shot. Front rim, no. And that's a tough call there. That's going to go against Henry Burns on the rebounding action. Arlington's first substitution of the afternoon, number 1. Dennis Ho into the lineup. Ooh, nice pass there. A little extra mustard on it. Now we're just going to call it out of bounds. Good defense there by Burns, denying the baseline, and Mamoset just dribbled the ball out of bounds. I'm sure they were looking for a call there, but good defense by Henry Burns. And fortunately for Arlington, too, no call there because that would have been 2 quickies on Burns. First substitution of the afternoon for the Mustangs as number 2, Aiden Barry checks into the lineup. Barry, a junior, coming off the bench, first man for the Mustangs this afternoon. 2:19 remaining first quarter. Here's Hess for 3. Just off a little bit again. So Miles is stroking it and just not falling quite yet, but they're right on the money. Those will start going down, I believe, as the game progresses. And Arlington certainly is going to need him to hit some outside shots this afternoon. 2 minutes remaining, first quarter. A little pull-up shot there by Barry is no good. Here comes Jean-Jacques, got hit, up, no, he'll go to the line for 2. Alex Valera picks up the foul, his first, second on the team. First free throw is good. First point of the afternoon for Marcus Jean-Jacques, the freshman, logging a lot of minutes in his freshman year for the Spy Ponders. I don't think he came out of the Winchester game at all. Number 21 for Arlington, Aiden Wu McGinty checks in. Jean-Jacques hits both free throws, and we're tied at 8 with 1:51 remaining first quarter. Also for Arlington, number 0, J.J. Capillion checked into the lineup. Right now, Arlington with 3 bench players in the game. 3-point shot there is nothing. Well, actually rattled home a little bit for Valera, but a nice-looking shot there by Alex Valera. Medford has now hit 2 3-pointers here in the first quarter to account for their 11-8, 6 of their 11 points and an 11-8 lead. Ho for 3, no. Ahead of the pack is Mamoset, and he lays it in. Jeremiah Mamoset leaked out ahead of the pack, got the lay-in, and Medford now with their largest lead of the first quarter. It's 13-8 Mustangs with exactly 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Rowan Newton for 3, he's got it. Bad sign for Medford. Rowan Newton is hitting this afternoon. He's got 7 of Arlington's 11, and the Ponders trail by 2. Into a little zone now off the press. Outside shot is no good. Rube McGinty with the rebound. Now Arlington looks to push. They might have some numbers here. Jean-Jacques gets it ahead to Ho. And Ho can't get the lay-in. Would have tied it at 13, 30 seconds remaining, first quarter. Coach Scary telling his team maybe to hold for a final shot here. There's about a 1.5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Oog McGinty denying the post to Mamusset. We're going to take a long three with 10 on the shot clock. No, we've got Newton ahead of the pack. And the pass couldn't connect, unfortunately, for the Ponders. So Arlington got a break there with Medford taking a three-point shot well before the end of the quarter. Got the rebound, had a player ahead of the pack, but couldn't connect on the long outlet pass. And now Medford will get a final chance yet again for a shot with 7.5 seconds to go. Pull up three. This kick and shoot. Got the range, number 12. That's Alex Valera. That one did not go. And the horn sounds ending the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, Medford 13, Arlington 11. We'll be back with the second quarter action. And getting ready for second quarter action from the Kozlowski Gymnasium. Medford leads it 13-11. And on the alternating possession rule, Arlington will begin with possession of the basketball here in the second quarter. Capillion fakes, drives in the lane. Nice dump pass to Oog McGinty. Lay-in, no. He fights for his own rebound. But Mamusset comes away with it for the Mustangs. Capillion almost got the steal there. Now he hustles back on defense. Medford slight advantage for the moment. Baseline drive, good defense by Oog McGinty. And an offensive foul will go against Medford's number 24, Alex Milas. Milas picks up his first, third on the team. Great defensive effort there by the junior forward, Aiden Oog McGinty. Sets the high screen, does Oog McGinty. Oh, he likes that baseline shot. Instead, he kicks it to Capillion out in the corner to Newton. Newton's going to pull up for three and hit. Rowan Newton in double figures already. As I mentioned, a low-scoring evening for Rowan in the Winchester game, but he's already exceeded his point total and then some from that game here this afternoon. Ponders with the lead, 14-13. Here's Valera. You got to be careful with him. He feels like he can shoot it from anywhere. 5 on the shot clock. Baseline drive, bottled up by Allen. Great defense by Oog McGinty. He altered that pass, and Rowan Newton was able to make the steal. Now here's Jean-Jacques in the corner. He's going to take it back out. Arlington can run their offense. No, instead he goes into the paint, kicks it out to Ho. Ho with the baseline drive inside to Oog McGinty. Now we're going to have a held ball, and on the alternating possession rule, it will be Medford basketball. Substitutions for the Mustangs. Number 11, Riley McBride back into the lineup. He replaces Alex Milas. Arlington again showing some three-quarter pressure here. I think Hess got a piece of that. Knocked it out of bounds. It will remain Mustang ball. .6:27 remaining second quarter. Arlington with a 1-point lead. 14-13. Three-pointer from Mamusset, no. Unfortunately, that long rebound went Medford's way. Capillion did a good job boxing out. It's just sometimes you can't do anything about it. What a nice block there by Dennis Ho. Just put it right back in his face. Good defensive play by Dennis. Arlington looking to add to their lead. Here's Hess on the drive, flips it up, no. Oog McGinty with the putback, no. And he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2. We're going to get Mamusset on that foul from Jeremiah Mamusset. I believe that is his second foul. 4th on the team. First free throw rolls around and out. Now, Coach Scary is going to sub out Mamusset with those 2 fouls. He's replaced by Alex Milas, and for Arlington, J.J. Capillion checks out of the lineup, replaced by Philip Cherry. Nice job there by Dennis Ho, getting the offensive rebound on the missed free throw. Results in a 3-point shot by Rowan Newton, no good. Arlington with another offensive rebound, so great job here by the Ponders on the offensive glass this possession. McGinty up. McGinty, excuse me, puts up no. Tipped by Hogue. Tapped by McGinty, no. And McGinty will go back to the line for 2. So relentless on the offensive glass are the Ponders, and I believe that foul is going to go against Alex Valera, and the sharpshooting guard now picks up his 2nd foul, 5th on the team. So let's see how Coach Skerry plays this one with now another one of his starters with 2 first-half fouls. And that was just bad luck for Aiden McGinty there. That free throw was 2/3 of the way down the barrel, and that one didn't want to stay down for him. Rebound here by Murphy. Haven't called his name much. Michael Murphy, one of the tri-captains for the Mustangs. Ponders still holding on to that 1-point lead, 14-13. Pull-up jump shot here is no good by McBride. Rebound by Newton. Hess looked like he was shaking up there for a moment. Now Ho's going to take a 3. No. Heiss fights for the rebound and he commits the over-the-back foul. First on Miles, 4th on the team. Rowan Newton's going to take a break. He's replaced by Marcus Jean-Jacques. Jean-Jacques came out of the lineup there for a little while for the first time today. And right now it's Hess, Jean-Jacques, Cherry, Ho, and Rube McGinty. Rube McGinty bottles up the baseline. 3-point shot for Medford. No. That's Valera. Seems like he'll shoot it from anywhere. He's got the range. Hess, baseline drive, and a blocking foul will be called. And that's going to go against Milas, I believe, number 24. So now Medford with 6 first-half team fouls. But the strange thing is that they all belong to 3 players. Mamoset, Valera, and Milas, all with 2. And the other good thing for Arlington, of course, is Arlington will be in the bonus for the remainder of the half. Holding on to that 1-point lead, 4:40 remaining. Jean-Jacques into the lane, no. Medford back the other way. They have a player ahead of the back, but wow, what a great hustle play by Dennis Ho. Gets the steal. Hess into the lane, flip shot, no. And a blocking foul will be called, and I believe that's going to go on Milas. And for Milas, that'll be foul number 3. Coach Skerry didn't really care for that call. Thought his player may have had the defensive position, and Hess went to the hole that time instead of taking the outside shot, and he'll be rewarded with 2 free throws. Knocks down the first. It was a quick rest for number 24, Rowan Newton, for the Ponders. He's quickly back into the lineup, replacing Dennis Ho. And for the Mustangs, number 23, Osiris Wise, checks in for the first time, and I think that's the last you're going to see of Alex Milas for the first half with those 3 fouls. Miles hits both free throws, his first points of the afternoon, and the Ponders now with a 3-point lead, 16-13, coming up on the halfway point of the first half, of the second quarter. 3-point shot here by number 4, Murphy, no. Rebound unlucky there for the Ponders, as the rebound came right to number 2, Aiden Barry. Count the basket. Barry will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. Marcus Jean-Jacques will pick up that foul, I believe, and for him, that will be number 2. And Medford with a chance to tie right here. Does not. Rebound fought for. Hess saves it. Fortunate there. Henry Burns back into the Arlington lineup. Jean-Jacques a little trouble with the handle there, but instead he goes to the basket and lays it in with the left hand. Marcus Jean-Jacques with his first second basket of the afternoon. Arlington back up by 3. Blocked by Newton. 3-point shot. Rolls around and out. Rebound fought for. Hess fighting for it. Hess comes up with it. And it hit the, I don't know if it hit the back of the backboard or the underneath. Either way, it goes out of bounds. And it will be Medford ball. And sure enough, Philip Cherry checks out of the lineup, replaced by Dennis Ho. They go inside. Hess almost got a strip of that ball, could not. Valera for 3, and a timeout called by Medford. First time out of the game taken by either team. Coach Skerry, in a format or strategy that's often used by Arlington, gets the basket and then calls a timeout. Often coming off a positive play, such as a made 3-point basket, gives him a chance to maybe change defenses, gives this guy a rest, to talk about something positive and continue the momentum as they have tied this game at 18 with 3.5 remaining second quarter. Of course, everybody in the stands still reeling from last night's Patriots debacle, and will not result in a 4th consecutive trip for the Patriots to the Super Bowl. Disappointing end of the season for the team, and it'll make watching the NFL playoffs the rest of the season a little bit less appetizing. But some are wondering if that just will save them the embarrassment of a possible embarrassment next week at Kansas City. Only time would tell that, but of course that loss to Miami was the big one, losing the bye week and losing the home field for the second round, and too formidable of a task for the Patriots this year. Back here though at the Kozlowski Gymnasium, we're tied at 18. 3:22 remaining first half. Corner. Oh, he likes the baseline jump shot. Instead, he goes all the way to the rack and lays it in. Dennis Ho with his first bucket of the afternoon, I should say. And the Ponders reclaim the lead, 20-18, under 3 minutes remaining first half. Inside feed, that's number 10 into the lineup is Kendrick Richardson for the Mustangs. Strong to the basket, shot is missed by Wise. Arlington maybe pushing it the other way, but Medford back defensively. Hess probably going to take that pull-up 3. Instead he takes a fadeaway corner 3, tough shot, almost went in though. Medford looks like they have somebody ahead of the pack. They do, it's Wise, he loses control, ends up in the hands of number 4, Michael Murphy. No, but he was hacked on the play, he'll go to the line for 2. Rowan Newton picks up that foul, his first, 6th on the team. So Medford with 7 team fouls and Arlington with 6. Both teams now will be in the bonus. First free throw is no good for Murphy. Now checking into the Arlington lineup for the first time tonight is number 23, David McGilvery, junior guard, replacing Dennis Ho. Neither free throw for Murphy, and Arlington hangs on to their 2-point lead. 2:17 remaining first half. Ponders 20, Mustangs 18. Here's McGilvery, baseline drive, bottled up, kicks it back up top to Newton. Newton's going to take a pull-up jump shot. It's going to be right. Rebound fought for. Nice job there by both McGilvery and Burns. The 3-point shot there for Jean-Jacques is no good. Bedford back the other way, under 2 minutes remaining first half. Another low-scoring game for the Ponders. Nice defense there by Hess. Blocked the shot. Medford player looking for a call, didn't get it. And Arlington with that 2-point lead with the basketball. Here's Hess on the baseline, got in trouble, but was able to kick it out to Jean-Jacques. He's going to take that 3. He's going to make that 3. Marcus Jean-Jacques now with 7 on the afternoon, and the Ponders lead it 23-18. This is Arlington's largest lead of the afternoon. Coming up on the final minute, minute 7 and counting in the first half. Little floater in the lane, no good, but Medford able to come up with the offensive rebound. And a nice little lefty move there by Wise. Went up and faked it and then came back with the left hand, laid it in. And cut 2 off the Arlington lead, 23-20. Ponders. Oh, the floater there is good. 25-20 Arlington. Shot clock is off. Let's see if Medford holds for a final shot, down by 5. Clock winding down. Arlington with the steal. 5 seconds left to see if they can get a final shot off. Newton has the ball stripped away from behind by Medford's number 10, Richardson. And then Richardson dribbles out the clock, and that will be the end of the first half. The score at the end of the first half, Arlington 25, Medford 20. We'll be back with second half action.
Boys, Francesco with a shot. He's gone!
It's back to school time in Arlington, and that means that action on ACMi is about to pick up. Spy Ponder football will kick off the season at home against Cambridge on September 13th at 7 p.m. Tune in for our live coverage on the Education Channel or streaming online. Boys and girls soccer both look to follow up on successful 2018 seasons, and hopes are sky high for each team going into the 2019 season. ACMi will be bringing you all of the home games and select away games. Check our schedule for airtimes. ACMi sports broadcasts are volunteer productions, and we need your help to cover the games. If you are interested in getting involved in learning about sports production, contact us at sports@acmi.tv. See you at the games.
And we're back here getting ready for second half action. Don Phelan here high above courtside. Alex Van Thong is our cameraman producer today. Hoping to be joined momentarily by Athletic Director John Bowler to provide some insight into this contest, which we find the Spy Ponders leading by a score of 25-20 entering the second half. And on cue, here he comes right now. Former Arlington varsity basketball coach and current athletic director John Bowler joins us again. John, welcome back. Glad to have you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Good first half of the Spy Ponders, up 5. And you had mentioned the other night about Arlington trying to always hold teams to single digits in a given quarter. Medford led 13-11 after 1. Arlington held them to 7 second quarter points. Pretty impressive defensive effort there.
Yeah, anytime you get a single-digit quarter, you have a chance to win a game. So the more you get at least 2, you have a great chance to win.
Sure, and Arlington scored 14 of their own to have this 5-point lead entering the second half. Let's check the 5 for the Spy Ponders, the same 5 that began the game. Number 20, Philip Cherry. There's a shot there by Rowan Newton, number 24, off the mark. Miles Hess, number 10. Henry Burns, number 14. And Marcus Jean-Jacques, number 30, the 5 for the Ponders. Medford was saddled with a little bit of foul trouble there, John, in the first half. 3 of their starters had 2 or more fouls, and that might have contributed to their second quarter low point total, perhaps.
Yep.
3-point shot there is no good. Rebound fought for, put up no, and Miles Hess comes up with it for Arlington.
Great rebound by Miles. We push ahead here.
Jean-Jacques, who had 7 first half points. Rowan Newton had 10. Burns with a little floater lays it in.
Nice look by Marcus, penetrated and kicking.
First, second half points for the Ponders. They increased their lead to 7, now their largest lead of the game. Now driving strong to the basket and flipping it up and in is number 2, Aiden Barry. Barry did not start the game for the Mustangs, but he's getting the nod here to begin the third quarter. 27-22 Arlington, 6:32 remaining third quarter. Now, nice pass there by Philip Cherry, and Burns is the recipient, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Henry's doing a great job of getting into an open space and making an easy passing lane.
Well, there's another good pass there by Medford. The shot was missed by Mamoset. Break for Arlington there as a nice offensive play by the Mustangs, but they couldn't convert. 29-22 Ponders, 6 minutes remaining. Hess, can he get it going in the second half? That helps.
Great look by Marcus, get in the lane, draw on the defense.
Miles had a few open looks for threes in the first half, couldn't knock them down, but knocks the first one down here in the second half. And Arlington now all of a sudden with a double-digit 10-point lead.
It's been great offense to start the second half. Penetrating, getting open looks.
7 points. This ball bounces high up.
Good rebound by the push.
Arlington with 7-2 run to open the second half.
Oh,
Cherry almost had him on the cut. Didn't quite see him. Newton pull-up jump shot, difficult shot, no good. I think Cherry knocked it out of bounds, but they're going to say Phillip knocked it off the Medford player, and it will be Arlington ball. And the Medford player, number 12, Valera.
Not happy.
Can't believe that call. They're going to confer on this call. The referees, oh no, they're not going to confirm the call. They're going to talk to Valera, tell him not to complain anymore. Yep. Veteran official Dan Murphy laying down the law.
Get a layup here. Oh, good pass.
There it is. Blocked from behind. A nice defensive play there by Barry. And Arlington denied an easy chance there.
Great set out of bounds. But a very good play by number 2.
They're using a lot of your old plays, I imagine?
That was one that we ran, but that was definitely one of Coach Woods'
beautiful
plays.
Now that was one thing, as the ball here is taken away by Medford, and going with the left hand and laying it in is McBride. And now Medford is going to try to force the tempo here and apply a little full court pressure. And ball knocked out of bounds. And that's the same player who's previously was won by referee Murphy, and now referee McLean is getting some lip from him. So
how many warnings do you get?
I don't know. Sometimes as officials you try to remember who got the warning from the other guy, but Valera thought he had a clean steal, knocked it off the Arlington player, but instead he picked up the foul, and that's his third, so he's in a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
Now Arlington having a little trouble with the Medford pressure. Valera up and under, no, but that will result in a first down there on the tackle by Jean-Jacques, and 2 free throws as well.
Tough play. Looks like he seemed like he lost it and kind of went up on the other side.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, I think Marcus got him with got him with the body at the end, unfortunately, because he was going to miss that, absolutely. Yep. And I believe, if my notes are correct, I believe that's foul number 3 for Marcus. So Coach Woods is going to have to make a decision here to see what he wants to do. If he stays in the game, obviously he's going to have to be very careful, pick his spots defensively. Also offensively, too, you don't want to pick up an offensive foul here on the charge.
Yeah, I think his first foul of the game was an offensive.
Yes, underneath. And 1 of 2 for Valera.
Oh, good look.
Newton for 3. Ooh. Oh, that was a push, yeah. Great call there by Cliff McLean as the Medford player number 2, Aiden Barry, clear push-off on the rebound. And was it Hess or no? I think it was Henry Burns. Had the position. So Arlington will get the ball. And they can't connect on the inbounding pass. 32-25 Ponders, 4:38 remaining third quarter.
Looks like Arlington's coming out man. Were they mostly 2-2-1 in the first half?
When they pressed, it was 2-2-1. Shot there off the back, but no loose change there. And I'll tell you, that's a couple times that Aiden Barry's been the right man in the right spot. And he has 2 more, and a 10-point Arlington lead has been halved. It's now 32-27, 4:14 remaining third quarter.
Good pass.
Great play. Hess is going to lay it in with the right hand.
And Marcus is very skilled with the ball. He's getting anywhere he wants to go right now. Oh, good deflection. Good
deflection there by Arlington's defense, knocked out of bounds. I haven't figured out if he's right-handed or left-handed yet.
Yeah.
He's pretty ambidextrous.
Yeah, he's he works a ton in the offseason, so he's right hand is equal to his left.
Valera bottled up. Great defense by Arlington. Oh my goodness. Lucky break there for the Mustangs. Valera was all bottled up, had nowhere to go. Ball came loose, and then he flipped it up and in. Double figures now for Valera, the junior. Tri-captain. Excuse me, not tri-captain.
Oh.
Shot no. Rebound fought for Burns. Last to touch. Medford ball.
Still another great. Marcus got a nice look, just rolled out. And Henry Burns is doing a great job battling every possession on the boards.
Both teams are using the same 5. And here's Valera again. This time he goes up and under, controlling it, and flips it in with the left hand. Valera with the steal. And now a foul will be committed by Hess. A good foul there because Barry was going to get a pretty good look at that. And Coach Woods thought that maybe his player was fouled on the press.
And maybe 12 would have made that shot underneath when he got fouled. I mean, he made that one. That was pretty impressive.
First free throw here by Barry is good. And this once promising 10-point Arlington lead is down to 2. First substitution of the second half for the Ponders. Number 1, Dennis Ho into the lineup. Philip Cherry's going to get a break. Valera is also going to get a break. He's looked pretty winded over there. He's been playing hard both ends of the floor in this third quarter. Around the rim and out. Nice rebound by Henry Burns. Arlington maybe with a 3-on-2. Marcus Jean-Jacques for 3, and he hits it. That's really funny, Coach, because I was literally going to just ask you about the outside shooting ability of Marcus Jean-Jacques and if that was going to take a little time to develop. But then as I'm thinking of asking you that, he knocks down a 3 right in front of us.
Yeah, no, he had a nice shot. You know, all summer in the summer league, he made a lot. He made a lot of outside shots. And
almost there as a steal by Jean-Jacques. He got in the passing lane. Now pull-up jump shot there by Medford, number 11. McBride way off the mark. Let's see, ball off the Arlington leg last, Medford ball. Now the officials will this time actually confer. I don't know if that was a good sell job by Medford. Arlington ball. I didn't get a good look at that play to see who it touched last.
I thought it definitely went off Arlington.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the Arlington player didn't. I mean, it didn't complain. You know, like
Newton went back on defense.
So,
yeah. That was a good overrule for Arlington there.
Yep.
2.5 left, third quarter. Ponders by 5.
Yep. Marcus just hit one. Looking for another here.
He said he's going to go to the drive. Flips it up. No. Ahead of the pack is McBride, and he's going to go strong to the hole. You could just see it in his eyes. He was taking that all the way to the cup, and he lays it in. 37-34 Ponders. Johnson kind of spreading it out here a little bit.
Down screens here.
Here comes Newton off the screen. Ho's battling for position inside. Newton takes a shot. He's fouled on the play. Tri-captain Michael Murphy will pick up the foul, his first, second on the team. Rowan Newton at the line for 2.
Yeah, Rowan's really been, the mid-range game today has been, he's taking a bunch of mid-range where in the past has been 3s, but he's getting, you know, nice shot fake, one dribble into a little pull-up.
Yeah, he started out real hot. Yeah. He had 10 points, probably half, you know, into the second quarter. First point of the second half for the junior forward. He's got 11 on the night, afternoon. Keep saying night. Arlington leads at 38-34. We're under 2 minutes. 1:51 left. Third quarter. Knocks them both down, and now timeout Arlington. First time out of the game taken by the Spy Ponders, and again, that's a similar strategy that you used, that Medford used it in the first half, coming off a positive play, setting something up defensively. Is this, you think, is this usually when you did this, or when the coach is doing now, is it more to try to change the tempo defensively, or what's the main, or is it could be different things too, I imagine?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always, you know, take a positive, you know, timeout during a positive situations, made 2 free throws. You know, they've had a lot, you know, Marcus and Miles probably haven't come out much, so maybe give them a quick little break and try to, you know, finish the last 2 minutes strong, you know, and try to maybe get this lead back up to double figures. You know, I mean, like I said, this is probably the first time out they use, so you might as well use it now. You know, whatever, if you're gonna switch to his, you know, 2-2-1 defense or man, and you know, probably talk about what they're gonna do on offense as well. But I think it's a great timeout. You know, you always got to try to finish the last 2 minutes, you know, strong. You know, having the momentum going into the fourth.
Yeah, and with the game being so close, they really haven't had the luxury to be able to substitute a lot. So, like you said, this will enable them to maybe finish out this quarter. Then they'll get the break between the third quarter and the fourth quarter, and then see what happens come the fourth quarter. Let's check the 5 for the Ponders. Number 30, Marcus Jean-Jacques. Number 10, Miles Hess. Number 24, Rowan Martin. I always want to call him Rowan Martin. Rowan Newton. For you people at home, there was a show, Rowan and Martin and Rowan back in the day. I don't know if that's why I do that. Now ahead of the pack. And, that was a legal play. Put back up and in by Marmoset. So Marmoset went up with the initial shot. I thought it might have been a goaltend.
Yeah, Dennis got up there and blocked that, but it could have been a goaltend.
Great defensive play by Dennis, but Medford was able to come up with the rebound and get the basket. 39-36. Here's Marmoset again. A little off balance that time, so he couldn't finish it. The break there for Arlington as they could have had their lead cut down to 1. So right now it stands at 39-36 Arlington, coming up on the final minute of the third quarter.
Yep.
Hess for 3.
Got
yes!
Good look. Gonna try to get a stop in a basket here.
Miles Hess now suddenly in double figures.
Yeah.
Turnover Medford, Arlington ball. They got to fix that net. Usually in a dead ball, that's when they do it. Dennis is going to fix it for them. Okay. Unless Brian Sweeney's refereeing, you keep that net up there until the dead ball situation. So it's all taken care of now. Ponders ball, 42-36. Rowan Newton on the baseline. J.J. Capillion into the Arlington lineup, number 0. And now a reach-in foul is called against Medford's number 2, Aiden Barry. Barry picks up his second, 4th on the team. There's about a 2-second differential between the two clocks. In theory, Arlington could hold for 1. Ball's knocked out of bounds, remains Arlington ball. And now another conference between the officials. And right in front of both benches, Coach Skerry had a great look at it. Now, referee Dan Murphy is going to go over there and tell him to calm down a little bit. We can talk about this nicely. Let's see if they change the call. Arlington ball. They will not change it.
I mean, also, it looked like it could have been a foul, too.
Well, they were going to call the Middlesex League headquarters located in Burlington, Massachusetts, and check the tape, but instead they're just going to go with the call on the floor. Arlington by 6 with the ball. Jean-Jacques switches hands. No.
Okay.
Aiden Woog-McGinty just into the lineup, came crashing on the boards. Now they're going to get Rowan Newton with the reach-in foul.
A smart foul. They had numbers ahead.
Gives Arlington 3 team fouls for the second half. 13.5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Medford could probably hold for a final shot here. Ten seconds to go in the quarter. Arlington by 6.
I think he's going to just hold it and try to launch up a 3.
He's got the range, and that's exactly what he does. Rolls around, no rebound, tipped. Let's see. Now that's one they should go to the Middlesex League headquarters for, but they're going to just say it was a good hoop.
Yeah, it looked like he got it before.
Yeah, that was a tough one because the ball wasn't really shot. It was just a tip, and they're going to give it to him, and that's a big basket there for the Mustangs to end the third quarter. So one of the higher scoring quarters of the season, at least the home season, so far for the Spy Ponders. They score 17 in the third. Unfortunately, Medford had 18 of their own, so Medford able to take 1 point off the halftime lead, and Arlington goes into the third quarter leading at 42-38.
Yeah, that was probably the highest scoring quarter of the season for, at least for home games here for both teams.
Yeah, they almost scored as many points in the third quarter as they did in the first half.
Yeah.
Give or take a couple of points.
Yeah. And Marcus did a great job of. I think he played with 3 fouls the last 4.5 minutes.
That's right.
Which was huge.
Yep, he stayed in there the whole time. He's still in there now, along with J.J. Capillion, Rowan Newton, Dennis Ho, and Aiden Woog-McGinty, the 5 for the Ponders.
Oh, good hustle, Aiden.
He's going to get called for a travel on that. Great hustle play there. Unfortunately, had possession of the basketball, fell down with it. That by rule is a traveling violation. Medford ball. Man was set. No.
Go, push, push, push.
Here comes Ho. Going to do a little Euro. Count the basket. And Dennis Ho will go to the line with a chance for a three-point play, utilizing the Euro step there.
Is that 4 fouls on 12?
That was on. It's on Valera.
Yeah.
That would be his fourth. At least that's what my records show.
Yeah, that would be, that's huge.
Yeah, Valera, the leading scorer for the Mustangs with 12. And now with 4 fouls. Ho completes the three-point play. 5 points now for Dennis. The Ponders get the lead back up to 7. Just underway fourth quarter. Nice job there by Medford breaking the press.
Travel.
And now a traveling violation is called. Looked like Medford had the advantage there, but looked like Valera just had that ball get caught up on him. Maybe a little too anxious, seeing what he saw as the advantage there for the Mustangs. As they did a pretty good job breaking the press that time.
Yep. A little too much dribbling here.
10 on the shot clock.
Good shot fake.
Good fake there. Ho
Good
with
job,
that
Dennis.
call. Beautiful play.
Great job avoiding the charge.
Again, the athleticism of Dennis Ho shown the last 2 possessions for the Ponders. First the three-point play and then that drive to the basket. Arlington now back up by 9. Good run here for the Ponders to begin the fourth quarter. 5-0 run. Three-point shot from McBride is good. The big basket there by Riley McBride to answer the Arlington run. Ponders by 6. Luke McGinty sets a high screen. Newton thought about that shot, instead pulled it back out. Now Arlington will reset the offense with 14 on the shot clock.
Swing it.
5 on the shot clock. Newton's going to have to take it. Takes a tough fadeaway 3. No shot clock violation there as Medford got the rebound. Good defensive possession there for the Mustangs.
Yeah, well, they got forced into taking a tough shot. Yep.
McBride's going to try another one. McBride's going to hit another one. I don't know where this came from, but Riley McBride with back-to-back threes. And a once 9-point Arlington lead is now down to 3. Now, is Jean-Jacques going to try to answer around the rim and out. Newton with the rebound. And a good break there for Arlington. First of all, it's a Medford foul. And it's going to go against 24 Milas, which might be his 4th. And also, John, I think that Coach Woods really wanted to get Burns and Hess back into that lineup, and I was wondering if he was thinking maybe he might have to call a timeout to get those guys back in.
Yeah, they were at the scorer's table for
a while.
Yeah.
And Medford had hit the back-to-back threes. Yep. But fortunately for Arlington, they get the whistle on the foul. Newton, corner 3, no. Memo set. He had the player ahead of the pack. He just didn't get enough on that pass. Arlington
nice
turns
pass.
it over. Hess for 3, no. Again, Medford looking to leak players ahead of the pack. This time, Mamoset does get it and does lay it in, and it's a 1-point game.
Quick 8-0 run by Medford.
Coach Woods wants him to slow down. Ho's going fast, gets it to Burns. Burns off the window, yes! Count the basket, and Henry Burns will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Great drive by Dennis, and like Henry Burns, always in the right spot. Didn't look pretty, but with effective.
Arlington needed that, as John had mentioned, an 8-0 Medford run. It cut the Arlington lead down to a single point. And now Burns looking to make it a 2-possession game. Cannot. It remains a 3-point Arlington lead with 5:19 to go in the fourth quarter. McBride, he's been hitting.
Heat check.
Yeah. Turnaround jump shot there. No.
Whoa.
Newton comes up with it in the corner.
Got numbers ahead. One more.
Jean-Jacques, I thought he was going to take the floor and said that's his spot. Dennis Ho, he likes the baseline jumper. There it is. Dennis Ho with a huge fourth quarter. 7 points for him, and the Arlington lead is back up to 5. We're kind of seesawing a little bit here with some runs. 4-0 Arlington run. Bad shot there by Valera. Rebound fought for. Someone's going to get on the ground. They're going to play a held ball. I think it should be Arlington ball. Medford got it at the beginning of the quarter, I believe. They look to the table. Arlington ball. Another good thing going Arlington's way right now is that Medford has committed team foul number 7. So Medford over the limit. Arlington will shoot the rest of the game. Arlington with just 3 team fouls. This was similar to the game the other night against Winchester, which affords Arlington the opportunity to play aggressive defensively. And let's see if they can exploit the foul situation. Newton, that's going to be left. Rebound fought for. Medford comes up with it.
Oh,
that was a tough pass there as Valera was trying to get it on the cut to Marmoset, but just too much mustard on that one. It looks like it's going to be a Medford timeout. Well, 51-46 Spy Pond is almost halfway through the fourth quarter. 4:12 remaining in the fourth.
that'd be big fourth quarter by Dennis. He said 7 points.
Yes.
Yeah, and then and Marcus, I think Marcus has done a great job of finding open guys and penetrating the lane and dishing to Dennis.
Arlington with 3 players now in double figures, and Hull with 9, so almost 4 players in double figures.
I mean, I think that's going to be the key this year for Arlington, having a balanced attack. You have multiple players, scoring, double figures. It's tough to defend.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I think it's going to have to be a defensive year and find out who's got it going on a given night, and they have a couple people that can do it, for sure.
And we have a couple over 30 basketball legends in the house tonight. Brendan Kernan and Kareem Mims of 2019 champs.
Kareem's here too?
Yeah, Kareem's here with his 2 sons.
I didn't see him. I saw Brendan. You can't miss him. He's like 6'9", or whatever he is, 6'12", 6'18", whatever he is. Doesn't like playing under the basket, though, for a tall guy, does he?
He's got a nice shot.
He's got a nice shot. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let's look at that way. Never says anything to the officials. He's a nice guy. Yep. Good guy off the court.
Yep.
As are most of your teammates.
Oh, they're the best.
A good drive there by Miles Hess, knocked out of bounds. Apparently last touch by Arlington. Good drive there by Miles. I don't know if he got hit or not, but didn't go for him, and the Arlington lead remains at 5.
Oh, turn, Miles.
McBride, they're going to get Hess on that one. Ooh, Hess didn't think so, but from up here, it sure looked like a foul. And for Miles, I believe that's only his 2nd, team's 4th. But they're going to give McBride a couple of free throws out of that with 3:51 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we didn't do a good job matching up quick, after that dead ball situation. Yep.
First free throw, very unfriendly roll for McBride. One of 2 for the senior tri-captain. As we mentioned, the tri-captains for Medford, Coach Woods, a lot of experience with them, coaching them at the Fidelity House. Fidelity House renovations, right? Are they underway yet?
Yeah, not yet. I think it's
still got a little more.
Yeah, still a little more money to raise.
I thought Mr. Connaughton was going to write a check and take care of that.
Oh, nice defense.
Good steal there by Arlington on the double team. Arlington's got a little bit of a number situation. Ho's going to take the floater, doesn't get the roll, fights for his own rebound, and Marmoset took it from him, but he was out of bounds. So a break there for Arlington. There's a nice play by Jeremiah Marmoset to take it away from Dennis, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, tough shot by Dennis. He's a little off balance. He's great when he's jump stop, straight up.
Yep. A little easy to make those shots and use the proper form, but he's kind of feeling it right now, so he probably felt like he could make that floater. Ponders by 4, 3:12 to go, fourth quarter. Here comes Newton. That floater does not go. He gets his own rebound. He puts it up. No. Ho fights for the rebound. Marmoset comes up with it, and Newton tried to take it from the backside. Instead, he's going to be called for a reach-in foul, and that's at least 3 for Rowan Newton, and the 5th on the team for Arlington. So Arlington just 1 more to give before Medford will then be in the bonus, coming up on exactly 3 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Ponders by 4.
Big possession on defense here. Oh.
Three-pointer. Long. Those back rim rebounds. Tough break there for Arlington. Valera, he's going to get it back to Barry. Barry misses again. That looked like it went off the Medford player's face and out of bounds, and it did. It will be Arlington ball. So Medford, of course, wanting to apply pressure. They're down by 2 possessions. Same score, 51-47.
Down screens here. Miles comes free.
Use a little clock here. Miles comes up. Pull up 3.
Looks good.
Oh boy.
Good shot.
Nice big basket there by Miles Hess.
This shot always looks so good coming off his hands. And he's a little taller than his defender. So I mean, the defender was right there, but Miles just rose up and elevated over him.
Well, he came off the low screen, and usually you want that ball's going to go in the corner, but he kept coming out further and further, and then he just decided, man, may as well pull up and take it. And a big basket for Miles Hess. 7-point Arlington lead. So, John, when does construction of the new school begin, and how does that affect things here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium?
Yeah, it's going to start in the spring, so end of February, beginning of March, and it won't affect the gym, the Kozlowski gym. We'll be here, as of right now throughout. I think the new gym will be built before this one gets torn down. So we'll still be here for a few more years.
Really?
Which is good. I mean, some schools, the gym has got torn down. They're playing at other locations. So at least we'll be here for basketball games, volleyball.
Well, that happened to yours truly back in the day. We played our home games at we called it the Audison now. I don't know if they just call it the West or whatever. The only middle school. They probably just call it Arlington Middle School now, right? Because I think that's the only middle school in town, is it not?
Yep. Yeah. There's that's 7th and 8th grade now. There's the Gibbs School is all 6th graders in Arlington.
And this area was the old gym, and we used it for classrooms, and we played our games at the Audison.
Wow.
Which was a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
3-point shot here by Medford, no. Valera, and a good rebound there by Newton. And this allows Arlington to really try to use some clock here. We're under 2 minutes to go, and Arlington leads it by 7.
Yeah, you want to try to get a good possession here. Shoot with under 10 on the shot clock. So, good. We're
at 10 right now, minute 40 in the game. Here comes Newton to the basket, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Medford, and that'll result in free throws, and I think it will also result in the disqualification of Alex Milas, who just picked up his 5th foul. So the senior tri-captain fouls out with 3 points, and he's replaced, catch that number 4?
Yep.
Oh, Michael Murphy, the tri-captain. Murphy has not played much here in the second half. Some minutes were taken over by number 2, Aiden Barry, apparently. But he's back in there now, and a big free throw there by Rowan Newton. You've got to hit those front ends of 1-on-1s in a close game, and he did just that.
Yep, it's a big one.
Arlington was really good at the line down the stretch in the Winchester game. And
9-point lead. You got to get solid defense. Still have a foul to give if you need to, but.
Valera up and under with the left hand. No! And Newton comes up with a rebound.
Good job.
And now he's fouled by Barry. And team foul number 9 for the Mustangs. And Rowan Newton will go back to the line for another 1-on-1. And he can pretty much ice this away if he knocks these down. You get up by 11 with 1:26 to go. You feel pretty good about your chances.
Yeah, no, this is big. Keep making foul shots. They did a great job the other night of making foul shots in the final minute.
It's the first. You don't get a second if you don't hit the first. And, of course, the other good thing now with that being team foul number 9 on Medford, Arlington will be in the double bonus for the remainder of the game. 4 for 4 down the line for Rowan Newton, and Arlington leads at 58-47, their largest lead of the game. Now Barry flips one up there, no. Murphy, we're going to get him. See if they call that a rebounding foul.
I think he said on the floor. So now just solid defense here. no fouls.
Yeah, Arlington doesn't really want to foul the rest of the way because they have committed now 6 team fouls. You don't want to put Medford at the line.
Number 12 is going to come off looking to shoot it.
He's definitely going to shoot it.
Great
Blocked by Ho. Wow.
Going to go up again, though. Whoop. Yep.
Ho with the rebound this time.
Good, just hold it.
And now they're going to foul again. And Rowan Newton says, beautiful. I like to pad my stats.
Yep.
Give me 2 more. A lot less pressure on him this time. Doesn't have to worry about the front end of the 1-and-1.
I mean, if I made 4 straight, too, I'd be holding the ball. I mean, that's a
I'm sure that's what
smart
Coach Woods
play.
wants, too.
Smart play. By
Uh-oh. Maybe the ball's got a little moisture on there. Possible Arlington being accused of deflating the ball here. I don't know if Coach Skerry called for that ball check or not. But Arlington's going to end up winning this going away. It was a close game the whole way. And now the final score is not going to be that indicative of how close it was, but good for Arlington for really executing here, outscoring Medford so far in the 4th quarter, 17-9. Make it 18-9. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. We've had 3 home games that we've covered here for ACMi, and I haven't seen him miss many free throws.
Yeah, 6 for 6 right there.
Absolutely. Marmoset, excuse me, to the basket, lays it in, and Medford will call timeout. So Coach Skerry's going to coach it down to the end. His team's down by 11. There's under a minute to go, 56.9 seconds remaining.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you have timeouts, might as well use them. You can build, on this situation from another game. It's a great chance for Jack to, to be able to set up his out-of-bounds play, and they have plenty of timeouts. If they get in trouble, they can use those as well.
Yeah, I think there's also something to be said too for Medford. It's early in the season, and even if you're not going to win this game, first of all, your coach shows that he's going to coach it to the end, which is always a great thing. And secondly, you can kind of work on things that you would want to do when this situation presents itself again, and it is a 4-point game.
Yep.
So I don't know if they're going to foul and play the string out the whole way or not, but it's a good chance to do some coaching and some practice stuff in a game situation.
Oh, no, I agree. Like I thought the other night, I was surprised Winchester didn't foul at the end. Try to keep the game going, but I think it's
Although I was none too happy in my girls' varsity game the other night when the coach called timeout down by 32 with a minute to go. What strategy going to work on there? But
uphold it.
More power to her. Oh, and Rowan Newton is just loving this.
Now, the other stuff we talked about, we talked about single-digit quarters. We also talked about 20-point quarters. I think they can, if they make these, they can get it to 20, because that's what we always statted was, how many 20-point quarters we had and how many on offense and how many single-digit quarters we had on defense.
And a good chance for Arlington to get some other players into the ball game. There's number 3, Kai Hazard, and number 5, Daniel Roth into the lineup. David McGilvery at the scorer's table waiting and hoping that Newton makes that free throw so that he can check in. Newton does just that. And Arlington now up by 13. 3-point shot again, no good. McGilvery with the rebound, knocked out of bounds. Arlington ball. .39 seconds to go in the game, and now Medford continues to foul, and Marcus Jean-Jacques says, okay, I can use a couple more points in my scoring total if I make them.
Yeah. Marcus got a nice shot. See if they can. I think they made 8 straight right at the line right now. Or Ronan made 8 straight.
Yeah, he sure did.
9, yeah.
Wow, fantastic. 11 now for the freshman. One of 2 and 9 of 10 for Arlington down the stretch. McBride, he's just going to J that up. No. Barry, no. Loose, knocked off the Arlington player. It will be Medford ball. Shot clock is off. 24.1 seconds to go. And Arlington's going to win this one going away. Here's McBride to the basket, pull-up jump shot. No.
Yep.
Rebound fought for. Ho comes up with it. And Arlington should just be able to dribble this one out. I don't think Medford will foul anymore.
Big win for Arlington, get back to 3-3.
Arlington now on a three-game winning streak. They will travel for the next game, I believe, at Watertown, and then 2 more home games after that. So 4 out of 5 here at home, and Arlington's taking full advantage of that, winning the first 2 of this 4 out of 5 stretch here on this little weekend doubleheader. And now they'll go to Watertown on Tuesday night. John Bowler, thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And hope to see you at the next home game, which will be a week from, not a week from, but next Friday against Belmont. That'll be a tough one,
should
right?
be. Belmont's a very good team, defending champs, so should be a good one.
Excellent. Well, I'm going to run down the scoring leaders for tonight's game, take a quick break, and then Coach Woods is going to be joining us for the first time this season. So for Medford, Jeremiah Mamelset had 10 points, Aiden Barry had 7, Riley McBride had 13, Alex Valera with 12, Osiris Wise with 2, Alex Milas with 3, and a total of 49. For the Spy Ponders, Miles Hess with 13 points, Henry Burns with 8, Rowan Newton with 20, Marcus Jean-Jacques with 11. But I'm going to go for the ACMi player of the game tonight. I'm going to go with Dennis Ho. 9 points, 7 in the fourth quarter, and he really got them when they mattered, when it was still a very close game. He had a little 7-point run for the Ponders, got them the lead back, and then Arlington able to extend the lead, hitting free throws down the stretch, and actually pulling away with the 14-point victory. So stay tuned as we will be back with Coach Woods. And we're back with post-game coverage. I'm happy to be joined by Rowan Newton here. Rowan, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
So got off to a little rough start this season, but you guys have now won your last 3 games to improve to 3-3. How's the team progressing in your eyes so far?
I like our progression. Last year on JV, we did the same thing. We started off slow in the beginning of the season, and then we picked it up, and we're just building on what we did last year. So it feels good to see us get some forward momentum.
Good for you. Now, you had it going early, right from the very beginning. You were hitting the shots early on. I think maybe they did a job trying to shut you down there. But then at the end, 10 for 10 from the free throw line. So your first 10 points were from the field, and then 10 consecutive free throws, some clutch free throw shooting. Again, also with the game on the line, and you guys came through with the clutch free throws to really pull away what was a very close game. So talk about your offensive production tonight, both from the floor early on and then from the line at the end.
I knew last game I had a bad game. I shot poorly, so I tried to be aggressive this game and get at it from the get-go, find a rhythm early, and I did. And then down the line, I just hit some big free throws.
Nice job. Congratulations on the win. Thanks for joining me. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to bring in Coach Woods. You folks at home may recognize Coach Woods. We've had him on in the post game before when he was the junior varsity coach, and now he's in the big chair. Coach, first of all, congratulations on your new job, and congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, Donnie. It was a good game. I think the boys played hard, survived a few runs, and had a few of our own, and did what we needed to do down the stretch.
Yeah, it really was a game of runs there in the fourth quarter. You guys had a comfortable lead at one point. They made I think a 9-0 run to get it down to 1. You guys answered that call. Really answering the call mostly I thought was Dennis Ho. He had 7 consecutive points with a couple of really unbelievable athletic plays. I think he was the one that got you that lead back. Comment on Dennis's play.
Yeah, Dennis is off to a great start this year. He's really works hard in practice. He provides us with something a little bit different. He's athletic, he's a shot maker, he's defensive player. We can kind of plug him in anything that needs to be fixed. He's very tough in transition. In the first half tonight, I kind of got on him because he went away from the ball, and I was like, you own that strong side. Get the ball, go to the basket, and in the second, he does a good job of hearing something and then trying to apply it out on the floor. So, and it was huge. It was a huge lift for us. An and one, another little kiss shot. It was, I think he made a couple foul shots. So yeah, it was definitely, something we needed. Because we thought we could be a little bit cleaner on offense. Friday night was a little bit more of a struggle offensively, and I thought we could play a little cleaner today. And transition helps us out a ton. So.
I'll tell you another thing that helped you a ton too was your free throw shooting down the stretch, both in the Winchester game on Friday and tonight. I think Rowan Newton hit 10 for 10. I don't know if the first two were maybe in the regular course, but down the stretch he hit 8 for 8, and then Marcus hit 1 of 2. Yep. You guys hit 9 out of 10 free throws. You know, in a high school basketball game, for kids to come up like that and shoot 90% in the last 2 minutes of a game is pretty significant, and that must make your life a lot easier too.
Definitely. The Friday night we were 9 for 10 in the fourth quarter. Tonight we were 9 for 10 down the stretch. Like, you know, we have multiple guys that can make those shots, but in our first win out in Framingham against Cathedral, Rowan made 4 straight down the stretch to bump a 4-point game out to 8. So we're confident in him being able to get the ball, give us an attempt. You know, he's a really, great shooter. You know, everything's, looks good coming out of his hand. And Marcus made one tonight, and then he carried it the rest of the way. And executing situations like that can be a big difference between a satisfying win and a disappointing loss. So I think we did what we need to do Friday night. Today, keep building. We got a lot of tough games going on, but it's fun, and the kids are responding, and it's I think we talked about rely on our character as our foundation tonight, and I think we kept our composure even when they made shots and kind of got a little bit back into the game. We didn't let them overwhelm us, and just trusted each other. We thought we shared the ball great in the second half, so stuff like that is going to pay off as the season goes along.
Yeah, it's a tough league in general, and then you have these tough non-league games, an old school rivalry here with Medford. 3 in a row now for you guys, and again, from a coaching standpoint, that's got to be so satisfying because now you guys are going to believe and buy into what you're doing. I don't know if you have, I'm sure a lot of the strategies coaching with John for so many years are going to be similar, but you're going to put your own spin on it, if you will. And when you win 3 in a row, now the guys are going to get a lot more confidence. And as you come into this tough stretch with Watertown and Belmont coming up, that must make it a lot more enjoyable and easier for you to coach the guys too.
Definitely. The Middlesex League, I have a ton of respect for. I think, basketball-wise, it's as good as it gets. I played in the league growing up, and I've coached in the league now the last 10 years. So I know, if you don't prepare, if you're not, physically, mentally ready to go, then every night's going to be tough. And the guys are doing a great job of coming into the gym, understanding what the other team's trying to do, trying their best to take it away, and then do what we should be doing. And I think, can't complain. Don't have many complaints right now. So, especially with 3 straight wins.
Coach Woods, thanks for joining me tonight, and good luck on the road on Tuesday at Watertown. Our next home game will be Friday night when the Marauders of Belmont High School come in. We'd like to see you all come down here and join us and support the team as best you can. So that will wrap things up here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium this afternoon. Spy Ponders win it going away 63-49 for Alex Van Thong. I'm Don Phelan. Thanks for joining us.